If you're still blending your foundation with a flat brush like this, it's gonna end up looking like this. Streaky, uneven, and you'll probably be disappointed in the foundation formula. So many of us were never taught which brushes are for what. So don't make the same mistakes I did. Let's talk about the face brush basics. First, don't use the wrong fiber type. Your brushes are either gonna be synthetic or natural fiber bristles, and both behave a little differently. Synthetic bristles are very durable and they're not absorbent, making them really good for liquid and cream products, compared to natural bristles, which perform much better with powder formulas, but very poor with liquid and cream products and even become damaged. Now, thankfully, synthetic bristles have come a very long way, so if you're not comfortable using natural fiber bristles, you can absolutely stick with just synthetic. So first, the infamous flat foundation brush. These used to be quite popular, and while they are very satisfying to apply foundation with, they are terrible at blending. So instead for foundation, I really recommend a rounded flat top brush like this instead. Something medium to large so it doesn't take you too long to blend it in. And yes, this brush is indeed synthetic. Picking up some more foundation to show you on this side, building up a high coverage that's most importantly smooth and seamless. And as you can see, leaves almost no brush strokes at all. And then for cream bronzer and blush, you're gonna wanna stick with the same type of brush. You may like something a little bit smaller than your foundation brush like these, but honestly, I often use the exact same brush as I use for my foundation, as I find it makes blending even faster and easier, and not at all lifting your foundation. So again, for blush, you can use the exact same foundation brush, or switch to something a little bit smaller so you can get a little bit more precision. And then for concealer, they come in a lot of shapes and sizes, but as you can see, the key is once again density and using synthetic bristles. There's flat top, tapered, rounded, each are going to achieve a pretty similar finish. I love a dual-ended brush like this that has a foundation on one side, concealer on the other, makes it very simple. Not swiping or dragging across the face, just tapping it in. The size really gives you a lot of control, and as you can see, really ensures the coverage stays high. But please do not use a flat top brush to apply your setting powder. Instead, you're going to want to use a rounded brush, either something tapered like this or something really round and fluffy like this. But remember, do not just dip into the powder and then apply it like this. But don't flick off the excess either. Instead, I want you to actually push and blend the powder into the bristles. This way the powder will seep into the bristles better and coat them much more evenly, giving you a much more smooth and seamless application. Alright, now your base makeup is set and you want to apply some powder, blush, and bronzer. This is when you may want to switch to a natural fiber brush, or just be sure to use a very fluffy synthetic. Picking up some bronzer with one side of the brush and gradually stippling and blending this onto the face. Always much easier to build up than take away, so start light and just work your way up. Just like the cream products, again, you can use the same brush, but I'll switch over to this angled for the blush just to show you, as this one will give just a little bit more precision and help me kind of focus it right on the tops of the cheekbones where I want it. And last but not least, your highlighter. For highlighter, you do want something fluffy, not super flat, and as you can see, they're quite a bit smaller than our bronzer and blush brushes, because obviously with a highlight, we want to get a lot more precision. The fluffy, airy brush allows us to apply a very soft gradient, avoiding any streakiness while not overpowering the rest of your makeup. And there you have it, a crash course for all of your face brushes. Goes without saying, there's no hard rules to makeup. You can use your brushes for whatever you want to. These are just the styles and types of brushes that I found the most success with. I'll list out my favorite brush brands in the caption, and let me know if you'd like a guide on eye brushes next.